After the unfolding of the Satyam saga, corporate governance has come to the foray and become a hot topic of discussion in the Indian business scenario. Companies are now being forced into relooking at the effectiveness of their corporate governance practices.
Have happened in the past, like Tyco, Enron, Satyam, and so many others which are there. I think overall industries are now going to be more conscious about the governance aspect. One is the statutory and the regulatory aspects. Second is the performance of the enterprise itself is going to be judged by the way it is being governed. There are three aspects to this GRC concept as we see. One is the governance part, the second is the risk part, and the third thing is how to measure this and make sure that you are a risk-assured organization.
The IT environment of any enterprise also comes under the purview of corporate governance. BizTech2.com spoke to CIOs on the importance of corporate governance and how it helps to have a governance framework in place.
CIO in today's situation, one is in a position where one has to manage the technology part, like the Honorable Minister was saying, the data management, which is the information systems part, and the third is the responsibility to the board of directors of the organization. The risk management is taken care of by the financial risk assessment, then the business risk assessment, and the risk that IT can also create or pose or mitigate for the company.
Corporate governance is primarily, from the system standpoint, the business process point is basically you are trying to give power of information to your users as well as governing that the misuse of power information is not there, is being used for our own corporate, right, or driving business. So that's basically, and how you govern under a certain domain this information is very, very important. So like setting up your secured accesses to the information system, defining proper role for the people and giving accesses based on their role what need to do, and then providing information in such a way to the management that it helps their decision support system. Simultaneously, to ensure that this information is not misused by people against the organization. So that's governance.
It is a must for any corporate to have right processes, right technologies, and right kind of people to control and support these processes to make this successful corporate itself. And it will help to abide and follow all kind of laws of the land, which brings a kind of framework for any organization to operate in.
The second part is, the concept of cybersecurity and forensic science. With more and more incidents of what we call information leakage, privacy violation, cybercrime happening, as the old saying says, goes forewarned is forearmed. So it's better for the CIOs or the CXOs to be forearmed and forewarned now. One other concept which I always say is, whose baby is security in a company? Is it the baby of the CEO, the COO, the CFO, or the CIO? Security is everyone's concern. And when everyone is committed to that, it is inclusive for the entire organization, then there is a broader scope that you can give to internal security, external security, and cyber security, which is the third tier which comes from outside.
Finally, we leave you with Salman Khurshid, Minister of Corporate Affairs, addressing the Delhi CIO Club meet on corporate governance. He made an interesting distinction between his role and that of a CIO's and expressed his commitment to use information technology to get rid of the pile of files lying in the ministry office.
We take decisions in government just as you do in business. We do structures in government just as you must in business. We have to balance conflicting pulls in government as you have to do in business. In our own ministry, in the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, you're all familiar that MCA 21 made us take the big jump into the digital world. But MCA 21 still hasn't gone far enough. The second generation will take us much further into greater utility of being able to mine information, of being able to use that information, of being able to put it for value addition purposes, etc. But we still have some faith and some degree of dependence on the Jurassic file with the bow tied on top of it, with confidential stamps all over it. And we really want to move from that to be able to clear files online. And I can say this to you, that we have in principle taken a decision that we will see how we can move forward to a paperless office in the Corporate Affairs Ministry, where files can actually be cleared online. The story.